It really does tell us the content of your character if you're going out of your way to copyright strike someone's channel because they said something you disagree with, and you act like a little baby because of it. You know, let's do a bit of a throwback to some of my older content, but does anyone remember my Andrews Exposed videos a few around like 2 years ago, when I was still in the Frona community making content about it? Not once did that individual ever decide on taking down my videos or Alucard's videos criticizing him for falsifying information in Frona competitive stuff. Not once. He acted like a little child and refused to talk to us, but he never decided to strike or claim anything on our channels. But this mouth breather that we're looking at today decided to do that because he thought he had the privilege to do it because they were using his content, even though it was covered under fair use. And it was also transformative. I've seen the video. I watched Fratanga's video on it. It was actually a pretty good video. If he ever does re-upload it, I don't think he ever will, but if he does, you should go watch it. Anyway, you should go support him as well. Pretty good content creator. And I should also mention that, for those who have been watching my content for a long time, I have originally promised that I would do a King Angelus video part 3. Eventually I'll get around to that. Maybe that will be the incentive for 10k subs. We can do a complete refresher of everything that's happened with him. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to what happened with Fratanga. That's more important. So the person that we'll be talking about in this video is a content creator by the name of Broken Games HDR. And this individual, he had a podcast, stream, or whatever that went on for a couple hours, and for it thought it would be okay to use some of his content, which wasn't that much compared to the actual 4-hour long stream. And pretty much, the clips that he was using pretty much consisted of a guy that actually featured on one of his streams, podcasts, or whatever, pretty much getting angry at this current state of PlayStation, which is more than reasonable. And this mouth breather called Broken Games HDR thought it would be a good idea. Oh look, he's using my content, let's go strike his channel, not claim the video, a genuine strike. And after he striked Fratanga went to Twitter to let everyone know that his video was taken down and that's why it wasn't there. And this mouth breather quote tweeted him and bragged about it. Yep, and I did it. With a big old Kool-Aid smile on my face too. Good, living up to the stereotype I see. Don't use my content without my permission, weirdo. Fuck did you thought this was? You thought I wouldn't do nothing like you did when your brother took your girl. Really? Is that like the only— like, I've seen so many people try to shit talk him and that's the only thing they can ever bring up about him. He's either racist or his brothers took his girl. Why can't there be anything else? Like, why do these people lack the creativity to do actual shit talk? Like, bro, this is why certain communities have standards on how you need to shit talk. Twitter is not the place for intellectual discussion, but this shit honestly hurts to watch. Like, please, have some standards when shit talking. Do not repeat the same thing over and over again. You're meant to have some class. Also, he doesn't need your permission to use your content as it falls under fair use. He made it transformative. He only used a very little bit of the content of your entire 4-hour stream. I think you were just mad that someone was actually making money off of your content instead of you because you've got over 100k subs and you make around 8k views. That's honestly kinda sad, but at the same time I guess you do you. I won't judge you. Not that much, at least. But regardless of how your channel is performing, you think you should be the be-all end-all on who should use your content, when in reality, as long as it's covered by fair use and it actually is being transformative, he can use it whichever way he wants. And you can't do anything about it, but for some reason you think taking it down and him possibly taking legal action against you, which I recommend he should because it's pretty much the only thing he can do, as YouTube is refusing to help him, even though he's been constantly adding and other people have been constantly adding YouTube to see this problem fixed, but they're not doing it, so I don't know what to do. That's probably the best course of action for him to take. So the next thing that we need to talk about is how Fratanga's apparently racist and how this justifies the copyright strike against his channel, which is genuinely stupid. It was him testing a bot on a Discord server and him making a joke in a clip about saying, oh, he was just doing it for fun after a while. But pretty much, the entire context in that clip, I'm not going to show it here, as, you know, that would get me in trouble. Probably. Maybe, I could just blur it out, but pretty much he was just spamming the N-word and adding individual people to see if the bot would moderate that, which, I don't know, it could have, it couldn't have, I don't care. It's a Discord bot. He's allowed to do whatever he wants in his server. Cry about it. And if you get offended over a word, cry about it. You're on the internet. Grow up. Like, bro, I get made fun of for being autistic all the time. You think I give a shit? No. I fight back like an actual man, not a manlet like you. I don't sit there and cry wolf every time I hear a word I don't like. When I saw that picture of what people were using against Fratanga, I won't lie, the first thing I thought of was that Linus Tech Tips clip of him like, oh, he calls his friends the harder. Like, bro, Linus, that could have been you, big boy. Like, what are you doing over there? You know, that could have been you. Calling your friends the harder, you know, giving a bit of little love for my heart, you know what I mean? You know, I get a little bit silly when I get angry at my friends and I call them naughty words. There, we had our fun for the video. I know, I'm being a bit silly. But one thing we have to admit from this is that I've seen a lot of PlayStation fanboys on that just Twitter post really wanting him to have his downfall, which is honestly insane. These people really want to see him. He's done something to them, clearly hurt their feelings and made them feel miserable, which honestly, keep that up, gives us more salt. One thing that I would like to really hammer home is how hard it is to actually deal with a copyright claim or strike on your channel, as you usually have to provide your private information like your name, your address, and a couple other things to the individual that strikes you or claims your content, and they have to seem reasonable enough to actually take that strike off if they believe, you know, you can reason with them. But pretty much, they know your personal information, and they can do whatever they want. They can dox you with it. You know, they can do an Acerthorn moment and do whatever he does, you know, taking them to court and doing everything. So the best thing you should normally do is lawyer up against these things, which he's doing the right things. Absolutely good on him for doing that. But it's genuinely one of the most uphill battles you're ever going to fight to actually maintain your freedom on the platform, just through trying to defend your right to use someone else's content because you transformed it. It's really stupid that they're able to go this easy and go this far with it. But he's not going to learn until you actually take legal action against him, and then he will learn financially, and then he'll probably learn his lesson. I would hope. We would all wish YouTube would change this system, but we all know that they're never going to do it, as it's been a problem for years now, and every time people complain about it, nothing ever gets done about it. We kinda wish something would change, but it never will. So let's move on to the next tweet. This next tweet is from BG responding to "Oh no, it's Alex. I can't express enough how much I don't give a fuck, Alex Lamau. If you and me weren't cool, I would gladly do it to you too, if you used my shit." And before we continue, this picture was provided by Josh, or "Oh no, it's Alex Streams," so go sub to him. BG, why are you admitting that you're going to do this again? You're only putting yourself deeper into the grave by doing that, and then again, you did delete these things to try and cover up any tracks or evidence of you actually attempting or trying to communicate with these individuals around it, but I guess you forgot what screenshots are. And it's honestly really stupid that you think you can get away with this, and then threaten other people that you will do it to them if they use your content, which honestly, it's not going to end well for you, because the moment that you piss off the wrong person, they're going to come after you. They're going to make sure that you never forget this, and you're never going to escape this. Just look at Quantum TV as an example. He will never live down the copyright abuser title. He will forever be one. That's never going to leave him. People will always search up his name during job applications or whatever, and they will find that, and people criticizing him for that. Just like this will never leave you. Of course, it won't be as severe as Quantum TV unless somehow this gets even more out of hand, but I doubt it. But pretty much, if you continue doing this, it's going to end incredibly bad for you, and there's not much you can do to fix it, so really think about what you're going to do in the next couple days. Well. It looks like he's willing to make some compromises. You know, maybe it was a good idea to wait an extra day just to see what would happen, and I guess it pays off. I guess he couldn't handle the fact that multiple content creators were going to criticize him and make videos on him for doing such a terrible thing like striking someone's channel. So what can we learn as individuals, content creators, and viewers of channels? Call these individuals like BG out. He doesn't deserve to be doing this. He shouldn't have any right to do this. He should not be taking down people's content because he feels offended that someone used it. Call them out, maybe even make fun of them. But there's no need to harass him. I'm sure he's already getting harassed by everyone dogpiling on him for making this terrible decision. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video, and I wanted to show my support for Fratanga, and it seems like he's gonna get what he wants. He's gonna get his video hopefully uploaded again, and he will get that strike reverted. Fingers crossed. He shouldn't be having this happen to him. He's a pretty good content creator. Go sub to him. But that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you all have a great day.